You know, there's a lot of work that goes into putting on the show that all the fans get to see. It starts months, sometimes a year or more in advance, with offers and contracts and scheduling. But in this episode, we're going to focus a little closer to showtime and talk about soundcheck. It's a major part of being prepared for each show, but that doesn't mean we always get one.
'Cause most days you're stuck in a truck, one big break from blowing up. But one of these days I'm gonna get a bus and let somebody else drive. It's calling home for a telephone goodnight kiss. It's gotta be made for this.
Come with me. We'll go to work.
What are we doing, Drew?
Right now we're getting ready for sound check. Sound check's when we check the sound and make sure everything's good for the show.
Is that important?
Some people think it is.
Talk to me about how important soundcheck is. What are your goals for soundcheck?
Well, to find out what these things are going to sound like, because even though it's all arenas or it's all clubs or whatever, every room is different, and I am not an audio engineer, so I can't tell you why everything sounds so much different. But basically in sound check, we're just going to check what's coming into our ears. Marshall will be checking what sound everybody else in the audience will be hearing. That way, if there's some sort of a problem, like a noise that's going meh somewhere in a pedal board, we can make that not happen. So guilty. Sound check just helps us not really fly blind in any way. It helps us be a little more prepared, and that helps us make sure that the product that we're going to deliver, the show we're going to deliver to the audience, is as good as we can possibly make it.
My favorite part is the goofing we do.
just goofing, dude?
The goofing around in between the songs.
There's a lot of
the
goofing.
Commentary. You know, we're a funny group of people.
Yeah.
I think. I should probably load in my file. I should go find my fucking flash drive so I can load it in the file.
My right ear feels like it's taking a beating part of the time.
Yeah.
It's a painful part of the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of information going into your right ear.
Yeah.
Also, Drew, I don't know if you've done anything, but for some reason my kit, specifically the kick drum, is sounding very toit. Toit like a toiga, and it's a good thing.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
So let's hit Martha.
When you're playing festivals and you don't get a sound check, they're called a wire and fire. And what else do we call plug and play? Throw and go.
Shit show, I think.
Yeah, it's like the fire drill version of doing a show. So you don't usually get a sound check. You get a line check, which means we do sort of get to make sure everything that's plugged in makes a noise. Sometimes we don't even get all of that.
How does it feel when we don't get a sound check? What is it?
What's the show like?
Unsettled.
Yeah, very uncertain. But at the same time, you know exactly what you're gonna do. You just have no idea how it's.
What it's gonna sound like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the sounds weren't checked.
You plug in and hope for the best, man.
And it's kind of exhilarating, though, because you're like,
It's subtly explosive.
Then we jump on stage, and it's going to be up to our front of house engineer to make that as good as it can be in the short version, which is, I don't know, it's usually like a 30-minute, 35-minute set, something like that. And there's like a band coming off the stage, and we're getting onto the stage, and we're plugging all the things in. And it's, like I said, it's a very fire drill version of what we do for a living.
What were you doing just now?
I didn't touch anything.
Oh, was it the house then?
Should I have said something? Did it get better?
You just changed for a minute. Okay, you can put it back where it was. It's fine.
Okay.
I love you guys a whole bunch. I like this room a whole lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll turn my mic off. Excellent work, guys.
Gotta be